Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 5 of the weekly Women of AI chat. We made it to 5. I mean, it took us more than 5 weeks, but we are here, and this is episode number 5. I am Sadie, and this is Sharon. Um,
Hi.
Sharon, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm loving living in Midjourney. So for a long time, I was living in different spots of AI, but
Yep.
now I'm actually back in Midjourney and I'm loving every minute of it. So
I'm glad, and I'm glad that you're able to live in Midjourney because for me, Midjourney is just like a brain break. Or if I want to make some money, I'll go make a journal cover, that kind of thing. It's not something I want to know every little thing about. It's like I just want to know what I need to know to make something. So I'm really glad that you enjoy that because I'm over here. I've got 30 tabs of all these different tools
I
open.
know.
I'm excited about that, like trying to pick the best one. But yeah, I'm glad that you're here to show us Midjourney things. Do you want to show your stuff first, and then we'll talk about my
Sure.
art? Okay, let me add.
Yes. So mine's a quick and easy thing. I don't know that everybody knows that there is a bulk downloader inside of Midjourney, which is great. So someone saw Sadie and I, of course, when we get together, we always show you our brains, our Midjourney brains. And someone was looking at it and they saw how my screen was set up. The screen was set up that way because I had actually upscaled those particular photos.
Yep.
But my screen is set up that way anyway. And I wanted to show you guys how. So if you click on settings, and you have all these layout options, whether you want cards, the card sizes, whether you want 2 across, 3 across, 4 across, you can do whatever you want. But the bigger part of this is at the very top, this little arrow with the star above it. If you click
Yep.
on this, you notice at the very bottom, you get something called Open Downloader, and you can select all. But you can also go in here and just choose the ones that you want to download. I've been
Oh,
working on stickers and I've been working on selling stationery
Mary.
and
Gosh, it's so
covers.
pretty.
I've been coming up with these are for Sadie. So these are my little mushroom cities.
Mushrooms.
And look
Um,
at the little girls. Aren't they cute with the mushroom
oh,
caps?
they are. I love it.
So I tried to come up with something original. So I came up with stationery for music. Like these are covers for people who love plants.
Beautiful.
And then I did a little birthday girl. I did some papers of major cities like Paris and New York and Rome. And then just basic stationery, music, things that you don't normally see, books, that kind of stuff. So, anyway, you can just choose what you like and then click Open Downloader. And then you say download all, it puts it in a zip, it downloads it, you tell it where to save it, and you're done.
I've never noticed that. Like, I'm in there every week with you at least,
At
plus in
least,
between
yes.
when I'm answering questions, and I've legit never seen that. So I'm so glad you know that to us.
Well,
Awesome,
everybody learned something today then. So that was
right?
good. Yeah.
That's
And
perfect. And
it's so easy. And you can download up to 500 pictures at one time,
that's going to make
which
it
is
so much easier for us to make this stock photo and clip art library too, because every time I download a picture and then I have to go upload it and then I have to upscale it and then all these steps, it's like, wow, okay, I'm going to do 50 images in the same type of topic and I can just bulk down. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so much better. So, you guys, we have like no excuses for our stock photo library and clip art library to be done very soon. I'm thinking next month is when you guys will get access to it. For those of
mhm,
you who don't know, Sharon and I are building a stock photo and clip art library for our Women of AI members. It'll be standalone, available standalone as well, but these are images that you can use commercially however you want. So if we put
right.
journal covers in there or whatever you want to do with it, it's wide open, just like Unsplash. That's why I love
Hmm.
Unsplash because they don't pick apart everything you can do. Um,
Exactly.
so that's what we're going to offer to you guys, and our hope is that we can offer more diversity in the type of styles, in the look of the people, like all of the different things that the stock photo sites that we have now are not doing a good job of.
That's
um,
very true. That's very true. And as our prompt book grows, because our prompt book right now is somewhere around 2,000 prompts, and which is just unheard of. And I expect to double that between now and the next 30 days. But I wanted to make sure that I gave you as much on the traditional side as Sadie gives you on the non-traditional side. So you kind of get a big, a huge database of lots and lots and lots of stuff.
Yes. Okay, that's awesome and exciting. Okay, I'm gonna take yours away and add mine.
Yes.
Now, you guys.
I'm excited.
Now listen, y'all, I am not a fan of Google. I'm never a fan of the big guy, okay? It's not just Google personally. I like the underdogs. I like the little guys, that kind of thing. And when ChatGPT came out, I was like rooting for them. I was so excited that they made other tools. We won't name any names, Jasper, like basically obsolete, right? Like we're paying $100 a month for this shit. And then all of a sudden it's free and you're like, what? So like I'm like a ChatGPT, like I'm ready to get a tattoo on my chest for ChatGPT. Okay. I love Chatty. But I will say that Google is Google, and we knew that they were going to catch up. It's surprising that they weren't leading the way, but we knew they were going to catch up. So I just want to show you guys, if you have not tried Bard yet, which is the dumbest name ever, I swear, but if you have not tried Bard, where did that even come from? Have they told anything?
I have no idea. I'm sure it's an acronym for something. But I just want to jump in and say Google is the prime example of what will happen if you don't embrace AI. They sat on their laurels and they thought that they were the shit and nothing was going to change that. Yep. Everything changes. Everything changes. And they got caught short. And it was extremely embarrassing. And so they had to make it better. ChatGPT didn't have to do anything other than exist.
Yep.
But no, Google had to go the next yard. And so unfortunately, they probably did, but that's okay.
Yes, but that's okay because that means better tools available for us, even if it is Google. And if it's free, heck yeah, I'm in. But I found this Twitter thread. I'm subscribed to literally all the AI emails. It's actually pretty overwhelming. I know I banned that word in VIP, but it's overwhelming because they're all curated lists of all these tools. So I can be like, okay, I have 5 minutes. I can open one email. And then there's like 36 tools. And I'm like, what did you really curate if you're putting 36 tools in my face every 3 days? Like, what in the world? So I try to absorb as much as I can and bring you guys the best. And this Twitter thread was pretty golden. So it says ChatGPT's in trouble. That's a little dramatic. I'm not giving up on Chatty. I love Chatty. I love the interface. But here's 8 things Bard can do that ChatGPT cannot do. So number 1, free to use. The biggest thing is real-time internet access. What the heck is ChatGPT sleeping on this for? Do you know why? I'm not in the super detailed stuff. So do you know why they're sleeping on this? Why are they not connected?
They have a beta site right now that is connected, but their whole goal is to make sure that it remains family friendly and safe. And so they are building these guardrails. You see what happens when you take guardrails down. Let's look at Twitter. It went from like being the news spot to the cesspool, and it didn't take a very long time for that to happen.
No.
Now Google is ahead of them because Google has these guardrails already in place. So you aren't going to do a lot of unfamily friendly stuff on Google, and it actually hits. ChatGPT did not have that in place yet, and they are putting it in place. And I think that when they do get it in place, it will cause Google to have to make more changes.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do. Once ChatGPT makes it live to the internet for connected to the internet real time for everybody, it's going to be great. But yeah, ChatGPT is definitely one of my favorites, but they're going to be left behind themselves if they don't catch up and innovate with the real time. Because like Harpa, I've been using Harpa all week instead of ChatGPT because it's connected real time.
I understand, but I still think that ChatGPT is ahead of the game in that respect, in the fact that even Google and Harpa go back to ChatGPT for some information because
True.
ChatGPT was extremely fastidious in making sure it got every single byte of data up through 2020, I
2021.
think.
I think
21, right.
Yeah, I think because it's funny, I asked Harpa something yesterday and it said, I don't have access past. And I'm like, what? Yes, you do. You're live. And then I was like, I actually had to tell it. I was like, yes, you do. You're Harpa. And they were like, oh, yeah, my bad. Like, it literally was like, yeah, I do have that. I'm like, what the heck? Okay,
But
so let me go
so
back over.
they're using chat as the backbone, but they do have a live beta test site going right now. And the good thing about that we can count on with Chat GPT is they are not lacking money.
Yes, absolutely.
Microsoft made sure they were not going to be lacking money. You could be lacking anything else, but money is not it.
Yep.
So
And then we have the voice prompting, which I've heard you can do with an extension in ChatGPT, but I haven't tried it. So that's, neither here nor there, I guess. Website summarization. It says you can ask Bard any questions about a specific website. So this is what I've been doing with Harpa.
mhm.
And Harpa does a really good job of this. You guys, if you haven't watched, I did a brief overview of SEO commands you can do with Harpa. That's the video before this. And then I have another video. It's probably going to be like an hour long that goes through each section of what Harpa can do too. So make sure you pay attention and look out for that. Plugin access. This is another thing that ChatGPT says is coming, but they've been slow with it. You can get it if you're a developer. Or you want to do an API with them or whatever, you can get in and access the plugins. But I got on the list right away and I still have not gotten access to the plugins. So Google is innovating this way as well. And it says, welcome to the new ecosystem of unlimited productivity. And it really is. It really is because you can connect all of the things, even looking at just the logos, like taking YouTube, summarize a YouTube video so I don't have to watch 45 minutes of it. And it gives me the highlights of the video. That's what I've been doing with Harpa. I'm sure Bard can do it as well. Another thing that Bard's doing well is making it easy to export your information. Right now, we have to be afraid that Chatty's going to lose our stuff. So we have a Google Doc open and we're copying and pasting. And then when we paste over, if we use dark mode, it's all ugly. So we got to Control Shift V, like all these things. Google just is like, yo, you want to export this to a doc? Press this one button. So they're definitely killing it in that arena.
But can I just say,
Yeah.
those aren't new things for Google. They're new things for ChatGPT. But Google it took them quite a while to get it smooth for you to be able to go from Google to Google Docs. So
Yeah,
they don't
it
get
has
a
not
whole lot
always
of
been
kudos in
easy.
there for me because they were already working on that.
Yes, and it has not always been easy to navigate Docs, Sheets, Gmail, like the whole
Oh,
suite, but they have stepped it up for sure.
they did, yes. A lot of
Um,
us stayed with Microsoft because it was so cumbersome before.
mhm. This one, it explains code, which it's not my thing, but you can get it to explain code. This says Google it. ChatGPT often cites sources that are incorrect, which is correct. That it
That's
does do
correct.
that. But you can easily fact check with Bard by Google searching it in app. Somebody posted, I don't know which group was in. We have a bunch of groups, but somebody posted, I was loving using ChatGPT, but then I realized it gave me incorrect information and I don't know what to trust anymore. And I'm like,
Oh,
so you can't rely on AI of any sort for fact-checked information. Even this stuff that's hooked up to the internet, you can't trust everything you read online. There's some shit online that's ranking on the front page of Google that's total BS. So you have to use your own little human brain and be like, does this make sense? And if you're not sure, go learn, go learn the answer instead of just expecting the robots to do all the work for you.
that is why you don't have to worry about your job becoming obsolete because you have critical thinking processes. Chat, and Bard don't, and we'll never have those.
No, exactly. Oh, I just clicked something. Oh, okay. I don't understand how to use Twitter, you guys, so I apologize if I messed this up already. Okay, so Bard gives you the options to select multiple drafts of its outputs. It says unlike ChatGPT, but that's not really fair because I can ask ChatGPT for 5 outputs and it'll give them to me. So that's not really this is what Bard can do that Chatty can't. But all right, so that's all of the features. Let me take this off of there and bring us back over here. Woo! And then
It's still a lot.
It is. I'm gonna share. Let me remove this, and I'm gonna share actual Bard. I haven't used Bard. I just got into it today, right before we got online, because I saw the Twitter thread. So I just want to pull up Bard and show everyone what the heck it looks like if they don't know. So it's definitely Chatty-esque, with how simple it is. But it gives you some ideas of what to talk about. But how about something? This says Bard may display inaccurate or offensive information that doesn't represent Google's views. So that's Google trying to cover their booties right there. Let's see. Give me a cluster of keywords for my blog about how to journal. And also the speed at which it responds is important too. And it went pretty fast. So here are some clusters of keywords: benefits of journaling, types of journaling, journaling prompts. Holy shit. Journaling tips. Yeah, this is good. This is good. What's something else you want me to throw in there? I'm drawing a blank.
Let's see. Something that might not be as easy. How about mental health support tips?
All right. Do you want keywords or just 10 mental health support tips?
Let's just start with keywords, and from there ask it to give us some tips.
Okay. Keywords for mental health tips. I do like that it has the Google it, so you can Google the related searches.
Yeah.
Here are some keywords for mental health tips. Yeah. How about long tail? Give me long tail keywords for mental health tips.
A little thinking. Okay.
Yeah, it's different because with ChatGPT starts right away, but it goes line by line by line. With this one, it's like thinking, bam, all of it at once. Oh,
those are good words, though. Those are good long tail keywords.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of these would work really well with that type of log. So that's a very simple overview, guys, of just us trying it out one time just to show you kind of something that you can do with it. It's very Chatty-esque. You guys won't be confused if you get into Bard. It's not so different that you're going to be like, what the heck? And then remember what Sharon just said about critical thinking. Please remember, there's still ways for us to learn things. I actually have like 5 windows open. MIT, Harvard, Khan Academy, because I want people to remember what learning was like. And it seems like some of the questions we get, it's like people don't, like they just kind of flatlined and they're not wanting to learn. They're wanting the robots to do everything. And I'm like, no, you guys, that's not the point of this. The point of this is to use AI so you can work less, make more money, and become smarter. Like, I want to use all these tools to become smarter, not to become a book on a log.
And you should not, even though Chatty and Bard are going to give you, like, those long tail keywords were great, but I don't want you to get in the habit of accepting the very first answer. If you were shopping for a Gucci purse or a Louis Vuitton purse or, I don't know, anything, and somebody just pulled something off the rack, you would say, well, let me see what else you have. Well, this is the same process. You want to see what else they have because they may take you down a road that you never thought. And since you never thought of it, there may be a blog post out there that doesn't exist because everybody accepted what was given versus going one step further.
Yes, do not accept the first thing you're given. And that's good advice for just life, man.
Yes.
like whatever you're given first, never take the first offer, never take never take the first anything.
Right.
Yeah, that's perfect advice. Okay, so one more thing that I wanted to talk about on this live real quick was because you and I both are in passive income mode, we haven't talked a lot about active income, but some of those questions have been rolling in. So for those of you who are watching, if you have questions about active income, leave a comment so we can answer those for you, because we're not on the active income path. We are on the passive income path. However, we both have done active income lots and are happy to share stuff with you. So right now I'm working on service ideas for Harpa. And so if you watch the video that I did yesterday with the SEO commands, think of that video from a service standpoint. What can I do with this knowledge to offer it as a service? That's how I want you guys to start thinking about things. If you need active income, you're watching this video right now, how can you use Bard or ChatGPT or Midjourney to create a service that you can get paid for while you're building your passive income business?
What surprises both of us is only 2% of the people who are on the internet actually access ChatGPT. So that means it's even less percent accessing Bard. So what that leaves is 98% of the people on the internet need something that you have access to. They either don't know how to get there, they don't want to get there, not interested in getting there, but they are interested in the output. So you know that ChatGPT and Bard can write blog posts. And everybody knows that if you get a blog post, PLR, you have to massage it in some way. You can't just paste it. Well, you should not just paste it on the web.
Correct.
But you can actually print out 10 of those a day and put them up for sale. Even if you're only selling them for $10, people will buy them because it's going to be full of information that will allow them to then do lots of things with that output.
Yeah, I mean, they don't just have to publish it as blog posts. They can turn it into an ebook. They can turn it into a workbook. They can turn it into a video script. There's so many things that they can do with it. And so what I'm finding that some of the members are struggling with, they're like, well, if this is so easy for me to create, why would anyone buy it? And it's the same, it's centuries old. Why? I mean, if you had that thought process, you wouldn't do anything. Like, I can clean my house, but I hired someone to do it so I can do something else with my time. I can go do XYZ. Like, I can build my own website, but I might pay someone to do it. Just because it's easy for you doesn't mean it's easy for everyone else. You only have to spend 5 minutes in any AI group to see people deer in the headlights, confused as all get out. So stop with the limited thinking, because just because your world right now is ChatGPT and AI, that's a tiny little speck, tiny little bubble that we're in. Most people do not know how to use it. And even if they know how, I know how to use the broom. I'm not finna. Like, I
Not
know
interested.
how. But right, I'm not interested. I'm not. I want to find someone that will enjoy sweeping, which is the craziest thing people do. But they do. They enjoy cleaning. They enjoy cooking.
And they get paid. They earn a living doing that. You know, so I mean, people love these photos that we come up with on Midjourney. The other day we put up bookmarks, and I swear we opened 100 stores on Etsy because of bookmarks. But people will sell them because they're beautiful, and because no two will ever look the same. You don't have to worry about being duplicated. You know, and if someone doesn't like this one, they'll like the next one, and if not, it's okay. The one for that particular bookmark will come along. But what that means is your creativity is worth money, and you really need to just accept that.
Yeah, and just stop thinking that it's so simple, because for everyone else, it's not. There are so many people who can't even figure out how to get into Midjourney, you guys. Like, I was that person. I'm not even saying it as a bad thing. I'm not like, hey, these boomers. No, the boomer had to help me get into Midjourney. Like, so you guys can't think of oh, this is so simple, nobody will pay me for it. They absolutely will.
They
Absolutely.
will.
How many people are there in the world? Like, there's a gazillion people in the world. There's people
Billions. I
out
mean,
there.
there's 330 million in the United States.
That's
Imagine that. And so, and of the 2% that have touched Chat GPT, all of them are not in the United States. That's
no.
2% worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys,
Think
this
about
is
that.
just the beginning. This is just the very beginning. And I know that's super cliche to say, but it is. This is just the beginning. And if you learn as much as you can, you're going to be at the millionaires table. And it's probably something that you never even imagined for yourself. Like
Right.
this, the fact that we can become millionaires in this day and age so quickly, and so easily. It's not easy, but easily compared to
Easily.
before, right? If you weren't born
Hmm.
into a rich family or didn't get super lucky in that way, didn't have all the privileges passed down to you with your estate and trust fund, like
Right.
it was really hard to get rich. Now, pretty much anyone can. If you have access to the internet, and especially if you speak English, okay? People who don't speak English are doing it as well, but especially if you speak English and have access to fast internet, you have no idea how lucky, how fortunate you are.
Right. In our VIP group not too long ago, we have, I think it was just this past weekend, there was a woman from one of the Middle Eastern
South Africa.
countries.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pakistan.
And they
It's
had yanked the internet. Somebody had a piss ass contest and
Yep.
decided to yank the internet from everybody, the whole country. So
Yep.
she went with no internet. And then she said, there's fighting and there's all kinds of just stuff around her. And she wants to make the most of the small amount of time that she has on the internet to earn money for her and her family so they can have a better life. Think about that. Now we have access to the internet 24/7.
24/7 and better internet than most people have. If you're in the United States, you have access to better internet than a lot of people have. Because when we moved to Mexico, people said there was fast internet. It's nothing like in the States. Like it's just they're in big cities like Mexico City it is, but like where we moved, no, we had to work really hard to find a place that had good enough internet for us to live in. So yeah, you guys use what you have, and you have the knowledge, you have the internet. Stop spending so much time thinking and start spending more time doing. And speaking of doing, let's see what we've done this week in our, you kind of showed your feed already, but you want to tell us about what you've been working on this week otherwise?
Well, yes, I've been doing a few things. So in the VIP group, I am the PLR expert. So I'm really excited about that because I'm opening my PLR store. We're having a challenge at the end of this month to teach you how to do a challenge. How no, to teach you how to do a successful challenge.
Yes,
There is
yes,
that's the active word there. And
yes.
so after that, but in my PLR groups, I have been dropping things. And so last week I simply dropped words. This week I'm dropping memes because AI taught me how to do memes from my PLR. So next week it'll be videos, but it's always just simply using PLR to turn it into something that you can make money from. And that goes with absolutely everything. So we are going to upscale all of our guides, as I said in the beginning, to include ways for you to utilize what's in the guides to be able to make money. So whether you want to turn it into wall art, whether you want to turn it into a cartoon book, I'm doing a video after this on characters and maintaining the characters. So I've found the secret to be able to have the same character show up in any type of media that you want: charcoal, niji, oil paintings, watercolors, just pen and ink, in realistic, in children's books, whatever. However, whatever medium it is that floats your boat, you'll be able to maintain your character, change your clothes, and still keep, or his clothes, and still keep the characteristics the same.
That
So
is so cool. And that's
that's
been
been a
like the
big
number
thing.
one request. That's been like the number one request from everyone. So the fact that you figured that out, I'm like so happy. We can just give them this answer. Okay, next question. Because
Because we can't move on until we do this.
no. So I'm so glad that you were able to figure that out. I'll share my screen with
Yes.
my Midjourney. I've just been making sure my goal this past couple weeks has just been to make sure that I have prompts being shared in the Women of AI Facebook group every single day. I want people to be creating every single day. So I love this. I accidentally created this.
I love that.
It's just so perfect, and the prompt was so simple too. How do you see the prompt? Here we go. Plus size woman doing yoga, mystical magical stars moon. You know
That is
how I am with
perfect.
mystical
I love
magical.
that.
But yeah,
That's a
I absolutely
t-shirt.
love it. Yes. But I love it, and I was trying to create some plus size yoga stuff for Kevin's fitness site.
Okay.
There were people
I love
doing
the stickers.
stickers, so I did those. And then I've been doing these fun little are these humans or AI creations. And this one actually, I'm going to be giving the answer in a few hours anyway, so I don't mind if anybody knows. But this last one, there were no real humans. They were
Wow.
all AI. So everyone's like, I think this one's the real human. I think that nope, there were no humans in that one. So that was fun. Um, oh, some little coloring pages. Look at this.
Ah, that is
And
so nice. I love that. And
it's
Halloween, I mean, when you
perfect.
are into internet marketing, you really do have to live 90 days out just to
Yes.
stay up,
Yep.
you know.
Especially with Halloween, because Halloween, on my Slapdash Mom blog, the blog that one of my first blogs that I sold for big money, my Halloween post, I had a Halloween post that was like 50 DIY Halloween costumes.
Wow.
And it was just all it was a roundup with links out to all of the Halloween costumes. The traffic started in August, Sharon.
August.
It went straight up. It wasn't just a trickle, straight up in August, because if you're looking for a DIY costume, you have to have time to make it.
That's true.
And a lot
Yeah.
of people are decorating for Halloween, making things for Halloween, etc. So, yeah, in August every year it took off. I would get 6 figures in page views just from that one post.
Whoa, Sadie,
It was
that's
insane.
nuts.
It was insane.
That's nuts.
These are some of the bookmarks that we were talking about. I
I love those.
remastered a few of them. I made some little cute cafe bookstore type things. We were talking about using the word locks versus dreadlocks, because dreadlocks is not a word that me as a white person should be using in everyday conversation. It's locks. However, if you go into Midjourney and you put in locks, it gives you this weird like bird nest type thing going on. I have no idea. So if you put in the full word, then it gives a better result. Still not perfect.
Yes.
There's a lot more training that needs to be done if you look at this hair, but it's a better result that you can work around with. So that's one of the things I was showing people. I got some weird little creatures in bowls.
Wow.
This looks like a photo. Like
Yes.
it looks like a picture that somebody could have taken. I did some cool cartoon girls. I was showing cherry blossoms. I love cherry
Yes. Love
blossoms.
those.
And then I did some blog posts like the chaos parameter and that kind of thing. So I was showing different metrics there. And then and then I'm designing my next tattoo. So there's that. But yeah, I think that's about it. Because this is what we went through last time. So that's about it. We did some tattoos, some food, some kids coloring books. Oh, for my dating blog, I
Yes.
wanted to include some diverse couples. So I was able to do that. I think it's crazy. It's probably one of the best features of Midjourney is that you don't have to go to stock photo sites and get a blonde white woman and a brown-headed white man together as a relationship, like as the epitome, the picture of a relationship. You can describe whoever you want and put them together. and it's
I think
beautiful.
that is the best thing ever. Okay, so mine is a little weird. I was doing this
What is the
surprise
girl?
thing.
What is the girl yelling? What is the first one? What is she doing?
Well, I was doing, I was, so there is this AI tool that I've been doing for memes, and you can now upload your own photos and make your own memes. So
What is that called? I know they're gonna ask. Do you
it's
remember?
called supermeme.ai, but I'll put
Okay,
it in the link down
gotcha.
below. But what I was doing this was because yesterday I found out that one of my blogs was number one on Google because of the repurposing your PLR. Had no idea.
I
And so
love
I
it.
wanted to do a meme saying, finding out that PLR actually brings traffic to your site. So,
That's like a beautiful, you need to take a screenshot because people always say PLR content doesn't rank. There's even a website, it was like blogsforsale.co or something. It was Chelsea. She will not accept websites that have used PLR to sell. Like she has a blog selling marketplace. And one of the things is if you've used PLR on your blog, she will not sell it for you. And I'm just like, do you understand? Like, I can understand if it was a copy and paste job, but like most of us who use PLR know how to use it the right way, and our shit is outranking everybody else's stuff, even though we're using PLR. So yeah, I was blown away whenever I found that out because I was getting ready to recommend her to the Pips people who are building niche sites to sell, and it said no PLR whatsoever. I was like, dang.
I would be willing to bet that she has some PLR on her site and she doesn't know it. Because
Probably.
if you're buying from Tools for Motivation, you're getting top of the line stuff,
Yep.
and they
Yep.
walk you through how to manipulate it, how to use it, and the
Yep.
different ways that you can use it.
Yep.
When I wrote a blog post on 23 different ways to use to use PLR, since AI, that number is now 32 ways that you can actually use
Right.
PLR. So
It
it's
just
like I
keeps
got to do an
growing.
update.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's only gonna right. It's only gonna get more. But this super meme is one of those, because
Yep.
there were no memes for PLR before. What did you say about it? Because it was so staid and old bro dude kind of stuff.
It was. It was just gross. But we've like you've helped breathe life into the PLR industry, and it's just been a breath of fresh air. Pam and I are doing it, you're doing it. There's a few other VIPs who are doing PLR in the new and improved way. It's like PLR 2.0. It's not this,
Hmm.
300 word shitty article that's in a text doc and that's all you get, that kind of thing. So I'm very excited to watch how you do this stuff. Okay, what
Great.
else?
So these kids here are pushing a wall, and I am going to make this a background for one of the VIP blogs, maybe even for my accountability blog, because
That would be good.
pushing a wall is healthy. And if
Mm.
you're in VIP, you understand what I'm saying. And if you're not in VIP, you need to join VIP to find out what that means. And these two represent be that girl,
Love
because
it.
you also need to be in VIP to understand be that girl. So,
I love it.
and then
Wow.
as I was doing stationery, I love fairies.
Can
So,
you tell us what prompt you're using to get that cool stationery? Because I'm obsessed.
yes, let's see here. Watercolor ethereal fairies isolated in the edge of the page,
Wow.
designed for on a white background. Hold on, let's just go to the whole thing. Open in.
Yeah, like this is really, really good stuff. Like I used to buy stationery and I had pen pals and all of that. So I
Hmm.
love this because you can sell stationery in bundles. You can have a bundle of fairy stationery, right? Or create a journal.
Right. Exactly. So, well, actually, in my store, there will be a journal of fairies, and then there will be a stack of stationery. And each stack comes with 12 different sheets of 12 different types. So, and then there's faded, there's lines, there's no lines. So, um, This is designed on lined paper, framed for writing, fine details, page border, a watercolor frame, lined page, and then the AR is 2 to 3, version 5.1. I couldn't get this same look in 5.
Wow. Okay, that's good to know. All right. I'm gonna
Yeah,
definitely play around with my little mushrooms and weed leaves.
I'm gonna put this in. I will put this in the membership group,
Okay,
in the
perfect.
on the Facebook page, because that's a great prompt.
It really like I love all the stuff that you're getting, and I'm obsessed with watercolor too. So and
Yeah, but
the lilies, everything.
it's just the best thing for stationery, I thought. And I
Yes.
thought that kids playing music would be something new and different, you know,
Yeah.
women taking care of their plants. And then I needed
Oh.
and for wall art, I needed to get some layouts. And
Yeah, yeah.
so and then for the boys' rooms,
Oh my gosh, those are so cute.
I know. And then I did a little girl's birthday party, and then
That would
some
be a
more.
cute little birthday invitation card to sell on Etsy.
That's
Oh,
great idea. I didn't think about that, but yes, birthday invitation cards, wedding invitation cards,
oh my
you
god.
know. And this
Yes.
is graduation season, right? For high school. High school hasn't started yet, but I think college may be almost over.
Yeah, our high school graduation is in like 8 days for Sapphire.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that is so amazing that she has done that. And so her daughter
I'm so
graduated
glad.
like 2 years ahead of time.
Yes, it's so funny because I did the same thing for different reasons. I got pregnant. So I got pregnant whenever I was 15, and so I was determined to get my diploma. I didn't want a GED. I wanted a diploma because my mom had pounded it in my head that I needed it. So I did it out of like pure determination to prove that even as a single mom I could do it. But Sapphire, like she could have just chilled. She didn't have anything that she had to prove. Like and she did it, and she did her schoolwork sun up to sundown for about she did it in about 18, 19 months. She did all 4 years of high school.
Whoa.
She hyper focused like I've never seen, and just got through all of it. And then Chat GPT started coming out and stuff, and I was like, man, everybody's gonna be able to do high school that fast with Chat GPT. You should have just waited, it would have been easier.
She
But
did
yeah,
it good.
graduation's coming up, and everyone wants to buy graduation stuff. It doesn't matter if it's their first graduate, their last graduate. Everybody's excited about graduation. It's a huge, huge deal. So that's definitely a good idea for invitation cards, all kinds.
Yard signs. People wrap their cars and do all kinds of things. They weren't doing that when I was graduating because you were expected to graduate and there was no big deal about it.
Right. You just did it. Right. And now we're like, oh my gosh, our Gen Z kids are actually graduating. Let us celebrate. Because we weren't sure there for a little while. Oh, I love the
Oh,
skylines.
this is Rome, and then there's just some edged paper and more fairies, and then some. We
Oh,
have books, music. Oh, and all of these are bookmarks. All of these are different bookmarks. So I need to work on. And then I was playing around with perfume bottles and flowers.
oh my gosh, those
So
are cute. That's wall art right there. That's like a posh bathroom or
oh
closet. If some
yes.
people have big enough closets where they can go in and sit down and shit, like that's the stuff you would put on your walls if you're that fancy.
There you go. Okay, so that's good old wall art. And then um, there was someone on in the Women of AI where they were trying to get this wine. They work for a wine company,
Oh
and
yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get
Yep,
a backyard photo and or a
yep.
picture or something. I don't know. And
I
I played
remember.
around with that for a while, and then I started working on my journals, and so these are for my spiritual journals. The covers here, happy women. And then I was playing around again, of course, with
Characters.
characters. And someone else on our in Women of AI drew a cat, her own cat, and she was
Mhm.
trying to decide if Midjourney could handle that, and not, of course, playing around with that. And as you
It
can
did a
see,
good job, though. I remember seeing the original, and I saw what you came up with, and they did a really good job. And then Nat actually matched the style so well that the cat blended in with the background to where you couldn't even see the cat. I was like, that's a really great match, but the cat's gonna have to be able to be seen. But Midjourney matched the style so well that the cat disappeared into the matching background. That's how good Midjourney did.
wow, that now see, that's great. I got tired of playing around with it because it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, okay. And then we did some more mushrooms because Sadie loves mushrooms.
Yes.
And so
Oh, the
yeah,
rose
this is
for
all
Mother's Day.
stationary.
Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, I love it. I love it. Oh, are those mandalas? Is that how you say that?
Mandalas, yes. I wanted to see if I could actually do a coloring book of mandalas, and I
Did
found
you do a good
that,
job?
yeah, it did. And these are not the best ones,
Mm-hmm.
but I got some really good ones. And
Well,
more, I was doing flowers. Okay, and these are blog posts.
yep, yep.
And then I had a friend in real estate who was trying to come up, see how Midjourney could help her. And I showed her a family in front of a home in different parts of the United States. And all she needed to do was put a for sale sign up. So,
Yeah. You can add
and
that
then I was,
so easily in Canva.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
That's even if you want to bother with that. And
Yep.
then Juneteenth was coming up. So I did that. And then again, I was doing characters.
There are
So,
not enough Juneteenth resources. Last year, one of our VIPs, Antoinette, she put up Juneteenth bookmarks, I think maybe like the week before Juneteenth, and sold a bunch of them. And so this year, she's like, I'm ahead, I'm going to get it up. But like her stuff was found in search right away before she even understood Etsy SEO because there's so few Juneteenth resources being sold on Etsy.
well, I will definitely make a point of doing that because I wanted to do cards as well as bookmarks and as well as frame art. So,
I think also this might be a little bit left field, but I think having like how people have the signs in their home that's like, we are a family. In this family, we believe in blah, blah, blah. We do this, we do
yeah,
that, we eat dinner together. I think having a thing like that for what Juneteenth actually is would be super helpful because up until a few years ago, nobody was, in the mainstream media was really talking about Juneteenth.
right.
And now that the mainstream media has picked it up, it's like they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And Target is selling like pinatas with African prints on them. Like they don't know what they're doing. So,
You
so it's,
know,
I
in the
think
African
having
American, yeah, in the African American community, there was real big consternation because for a long time we were able to celebrate that without it being a big deal to the rest of the world. And then it became a big deal, and then people wanted to hijack it, and then it became something else. And so anyway,
yep.
you know,
But that's what happens whenever like a part of someone's culture the rest of the world finds out about or latches onto or whatever. But wouldn't it be cool to have like Juneteenth and have
Juneteenth and
the
the
pattern, like have
definition
the,
of what it is.
yeah, what is it? Because people are talking about it, but they don't know what they're saying. And they're relying on places like Target to go get some napkins with African prints on them. And they don't know what the hell they're doing. So, yeah, I think having just like Juneteenth and like what it's a celebration of and why, because that's wall art, but it's
It
also
is.
education, you know? So
And
it's like both aspects.
I will mention that to Antoinette, and we will both probably put something up because it's important that you understand what you're celebrating.
Yes, exactly. And like if you want to learn about something like this, you need to learn from Black people, not from Target and Walmart and
Oh, yes.
all of those. I'm surprised like Burger King hasn't come out with like a Juneteenth burger or something. Like they just latch on to everything. So yeah, but I think that's a really good. I know it's only one holiday, but if you if you cover Black culture, I mean that's a lot of
Yes.
wall art right there that you
That's a
need.
lot of wall art. Yes, it is.
So awesome.
So,
I loved your feed as always. I love all the characters you're working on. Can't wait to see all the stuff you come up with. And you guys, if you're still watching us, I know we've been on here a while, but I do want to make sure that you understand our guides that are $10 and $15. Those were the founder prices. They're all going up to $27 a piece. However, anyone who is in our Women of AI membership gets access to everything. Women of AI membership, $25 a month. It's all access. So any trainings we do for summits that are paid, we actually put those inside of our membership. Any videos we come up with, we're going to put our YouTube videos in there too, just so it's all centrally located. Any guide we create, like it's truly an all access pass. So that's going to be your best bet to get into the membership and just access it that way. Use code GIRLPOWER at checkout to save $5 a month. And I have been asked, and I want to ask it on this call. I have been asked if men can join the paid Women of AI membership or not, because we haven't talked about that. And like, I don't mind men seeing our guides, but I don't know that I want men on the calls. What's your thoughts,
I don't
Sharon?
think that I think that it's a safe space there, and I've been very, very protective of that space because the women are very protective of their space. They let me know when someone is doing something that breaks the rules, or if they suspect that someone is a man. The other day, I had a person asked to join. They had a picture, beautiful picture of a woman. They had a female name, and they had a fake Gmail address. It was gmail.com. And when I did my gender check, because Facebook knows everything about you, Facebook told me that that was a guy. You
Oh
know?
my gosh. It's so crazy because they have all of the groups. All of the groups are the guys. There are no
Yes.
groups for women out there. We are the only group so far. I think I saw one other pop up ran by a woman, but it's not specifically for women. So we are the only group I know of that is a safe space for women in AI. And we have to work every single day to keep it a safe space because the
To
guys
keep it a safe space.
like
And I have been DM'd by men from Pakistan who are upset that women can come in, but they can't. Well, it's a gender thing.
yep.
I don't even know how to explain it past that. It's for women only.
Well, and I've just been telling people there's been a few, we have a few men in VIP and we joke with them and stuff, but one of them said, well, I can't join your group. And I'm like, no, you can't. Go join one of the other 500 AI groups that are ran by dudes. Like, it,
Right.
and if you want a group that's different than that, start your own. We put the labor into this. So it's our rules, it's our sandbox, right? So
It
we're
is.
a safe space for women. But I was asked that this week and I forgot to ask you. And I was thinking, like, I just feel like I want all of it to be a safe space
Yes.
for,
I don't think you can carve out a space and then like have the rest of it walled off. No.
yeah,
First of all, Facebook doesn't work like that. And
no,
secondly, the women are very comfortable and they're very happy to be there. And if I decline someone, I get a DM from them as to why they were declined. And the only reason why is because you didn't agree to the rules. They
yeah,
agree to the rules and they come right back.
yeah,
So
yeah.
no, I
Um,
wouldn't change it.
and I agree with that because if I went into a safe space, I wouldn't want it to then not be a safe space. So
Right.
that's a good answer. And the reason I wanted to discuss it before we ended this call is because other women are watching this and they're wondering, oh, can I make a space for women only or is it too small? I've seen that question a lot. Like, can I just do a space for single moms or is it too small? No, whoever your people are, make a space for them. They will come, keep it a safe space. And it's okay if it's small. There are AI groups with 500,000 members that started right before ours. And we're just hitting 4,000 members. I am so happy that we're almost at 4,000. Are we at 4,000
We're
probably today?
past 4,000, but I would say by Sunday night we'll be at 5,000 people.
That's
That's
amazing.
how fast they're coming. It's almost 150 users a day
That's
asking,
amazing.
requesting to join, which is insane.
It
But
is. It absolutely, like, I love it. So share Women of AI with your female friends. We are letting non-binary people in. That's another question we got asked. as long as there are no issues. If it becomes an issue to where it's an individual basis, if any individual, regardless of gender, whether they're female or non-binary, comes in and causes a problem, they're gone. So it's
Right.
not just a gender thing, it's a total safe space thing. So we want you to know that you're welcome there, but there's also a level of expectation. If you want to show your ass, there's other groups for that. So we're creating something where we can teach you how to make money. That's the whole goal of our
That's the
group.
premise behind it. Exactly. And we've kicked people out. We've kicked women out because they came in and they were just, they may as well have been a bro dude. So,
yes, there's some women who act like bro dudes. We have learned that. So yeah. Okay, Sharon, what is your parting wisdom for this week?
my parting wisdom is keep creating. Just, and you know, no matter how bad you are, you're going to get better. Because my first course, they taught me how to do journals. She just flat up said, look, your first 10 are going to be crazy. They're going to be ugly. And 2 months from now, when you look back, you're going to say, I can't believe I did that. Just keep doing it. Just keep going.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm just going to, instead of saying something completely different, I'm just going to add on to what you said. She said, keep creating. I'm going to say, keep hitting the publish button, because some of y'all be creating and not publishing. And we need you to be hitting the publish button too. So yes, create and have fun creating, but make sure you move on to the next step and hit the publish button. Okay?
This is true, because you cannot get paid if you don't hit publish.
Oh, that's a shirt, Sharon. You need a shirt that says you cannot get paid if you don't hit publish.
That's
beautiful,
right.
Beautiful. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We will see you next week. That was awesome. Leave us some comments below so we can help you with whatever it is you're wanting help with in regards to AI, so we know what to create next.
Exactly. And if you're unsure, join us, because we'll do a lot of the research for you.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.